Welcome guys to another episode in How Does Minecraft Work, and today we're going to have a look at one of the more useful tools, one of the more crafted tools, and it's glass. We will be having a look at what we need to do and what we can do with these particular and very fragile with this very fragile block. So let's get started. Now we are going to do quite a lot in here, so I hope you bring pen and paper and everything so that you understand what we need to do. Now let's begin with the fire experiment, because we are checking blocks, there's sustainability and what they do. This is after all a big laboratory, so you know that things should be thoroughly tested. So I hope you have your lab coats on. Let's set this glass piece on fire. That didn't work. Well, turns out that in Minecraft there are certain things that you do not want to catch fire. And these blocks are one of them. They also have a few other restrictions to them that's on the glass cubes, if you're going to differentiate between them, because it's technically glass and glass pane. But the glass cubes can have stuff placed on top of it, like a redstone torch or redstones, but not on the side. However, if you place redstone on top of this and you want to drag a current, something that will be explained in a future episode. I know guys, I keep saying that quite a lot, but if you place redstone on top of it, it will connect and continue to let the information pass through that you have in your redstone current. But it will not allow stuff to be placed on the side. So what is glass? Well, it is a very fragile resource that is fully see-through, and depending on the texture pack you're using, or resource packs as it's been called lately, they will look a little bit different. I prefer this kind of look that makes it look a little bit like a window, but it sort of eliminates and makes it a little bit more see-through so that you actually can see out of it. I think the original texture version of Minecraft, which is making it not as appealing, I'm actually going to show you that by going into my options and in resource packs, click on default so you can see the default look here. And this is what I mean. You see there are so many dots and everything, so you can still see through, but yeah, not exactly what I would like. There are some versions where they even eliminate the middle section here, so that if you connect 4 pieces of glass, it becomes just one big frame instead, so you can see through all of it and don't have to have the plus in the middle. But I'm gonna get back to my texture that I kind of love. This is Swack's Pure BD Craft. They have textures for many games. I prefer to run at version 64 bits, which means that instead of Minecraft, I think it's at normal 8 bits, so this is 8 times as strong. And is pretty much the limit of my poor little computer can handle. Well, so we have a little bit of resources, and I am going to be showing you an experiment. So we are going to pick down a few resources here, and this may seem a little bit confusing to you, but don't worry, we will be sorting you out very soon. So let's put that one down there, and let's have one plain glass pane like that. So what I'm going to show you is, if you with any kind of tool hit any kind of glass, it will break and it will disappear. Very sad, because you had to go all the way to the beach or out in the desert and get sand, and then you had to put it into the furnace, and then you had to craft them, and then you're all gone. So that's not so good. So let's place these guys back down again. Now if you would misplace something like this, then obviously wanting to remove it without having to destroy it could be a very useful thing. Luckily there is something in Minecraft that can allow for this to happen. And I know I'm jumping a little bit ahead, but here we have an anvil, and I will be describing these in the future and a little bit more in depth. So please be patient with me as I'm just jumping through quickly, because I already have all my resources required to use the anvil. But first and foremost, I need the crucial resource. So I think this should be good. I'm hoping so. I am sincerely hoping that that wasn't enough. It seems that the item actually Nope. We had nothing leaking out. So those bottles didn't give that much level up. So I'm hoping I have enough levels. If not, we're going to have to be creative. So we need to make a tool. Bugger. We were just shy. So I'm going to be cheating a little bit. Changing the game mode, and then I can go. I can search for an enchanting bottle. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was. Let's change the game mode again. Keep 0. So now we're in normal game mode where we don't instantly break any item and can't showcase anything. That was bad on my part. I should have been better prepared, guys. I apologize for that. And curses. I just got too few bottles. Seems that the bottles aren't giving as much as they should have. So bear with me while I do this yet again. This is embarrassing even. I did not mean for it to be this way, but it happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be more than enough. And let's change back. So game mode 0. No, game mode 9. I have no idea what happens in Cloud 9. So let's see. So now we seem to have enough levels. So let's place an axe and an enchantment, and ta-da! We have an iron pickaxe with silk touch on it. Now you remember, as I was using the pickaxe and took these up, they were destroyed. But if I'm using silk touch, it means that you can harvest the items as they are. This is not only applicable to the glass, but also to other, well, every other block in the game except bedrock. So if you think a block is looking cool and creative, but you know that when you pick it up it's not gonna look like that ever again, then you need to spend a lot of time so that you can get the silk touch enchantment, put the silk touch enchantment on the tool most suitable to collect that block that you want, and you will be able to pick that block up, and you will not destroy it or consume it in the process. Obviously the tool has to be right to be able to collect that very block. So say that you would like to farm obsidian blocks despite obsidian blocks coming up as obsidian blocks. But say that you would want that, you couldn't do it with anything other than a diamond pickaxe. So it's just a little information there to be careful about. Well, this has been glass, and I think there's one thing left to show, because there's a difference between the glass blocks and the glass panes. So if I do this and this, if I have the glass panes and I place them like this and this, and you saw that now it has changed. So let's put it on the wall, and it will extend out to wall, and there you go. You have a wall. If they're only one high, you can jump over. So if I'm punching this one out and destroying it, losing it forever, I can jump through it. But I have a see-through sort of wall. Same goes for these blocks, and you can jump on them anything you like, and nothing will damage them unless you actually punch them or explode them. But if you're placing more blocks next to each other, they will build like this. And depending on your graphic settings, you see that the back of them will disappear from view, but it will still be there. So despite it not being there when you look through, you see, it is there. So let's pick these up. There we go. And in order to get glass panes, you place 6 glass blocks like that, and you get 16 glass panes. So now we can repair this little hole here. Ta-da! So do be careful when you place these, because they are sticking out and they are indeed sensitive to where you put stuff. So if I'm trying to put something like that, that worked, but sometimes you can miss and get like this, which means if you don't have the silk touch, you will have to destroy it, and more often than not you have calculated the exact amount of number that you need to be able to build all the way to the end goal. And if you have to destroy them, you will lose them, and you have to go back all the way back to your furnace, and you will have to have 6 sandstones, well, 6 sand blocks to make 6 glass that you then put in here, and you put them in a low block like this. So 6 of them like that, and you will have 16 new panes of glass. Well, this has been How Does Minecraft Work, and this episode has been about glass and how glass works. As I have shown you, there are several things that comes into play when you're dealing with this, especially that it breaks so easily because it's fragile. But it makes for nice structural designs, so if you like big open windows and everything in natural light, then that is a very good thing when you do your blueprints for your houses and your other constructions. And as you can see, it's highly see-through, so this adds quite a good view and feature for your houses, so you know that you're not running through the door and straight into a creeper, which tends to be a very nasty experience no matter where and when you are in your game cycle. Well, my name has been Viperbane, and you have been watching How Does Minecraft Work Glass. Until next time, remember to like, subscribe, comment and share it with your friends, and peace out.